everyone, I'm here today to share with you a custom order that I have done for Ashley. She actually requested a flip-flop journal that was double in size. So typically the flip-flop journals that I've been doing have been 5 signatures, and this one is 10, and it's now mid-August. I've spent the entire summer doing custom order flip-flop journals, so I wanted to share this one with you because it is a bit different. It is more turquoise in color. Of course, I've added a little bit of pink, as you can see, some green, but it is a little bit different. And it does have double the signatures, so there are 10 signatures. So you can see it's just absolutely gigantic. So that was exactly what she wanted, and so I was happy to oblige. As you can imagine, this has taken me quite a while to put together, but I love it, and I hope Ashley does as well. So I'm going to do just a really quick flip through here for you, just so that you can see it. Because it is a little different than the other ones that I have up on my channel. So there we go. So on the front, I have a little fairy image. You can see the little girl with the fairy wings there. I thought that was really pretty to add. I've got some petaloo flowers here that I've had in my stash for quite a few years, actually. Let me just make sure that we're in frame here. And I thought they just went beautifully with this. I've used throughout the age tape that I've been using in my other projects as well. I've closed the front flap with this rusted bulldog clip. So there we go. So on the inside, I have a little pad of paper here, just out of some scraps that I had. I've added a little bit of sari ribbon and some rosette trim. In the pocket, let me just make sure, are we in frame here? There we go. Sorry about that. In the pocket, I've got just a few different things. I've done a bit of stamping there, added some florals, my note stamp, a little vase of flowers there, some vintage paper. Here I've got a little lace pocket and just a little journaling spot there. Throughout, I have used the tabs that I make with the little rosette trims on them. Lots of sari ribbon ruffles throughout. Here I've made a little glassine bag, and I've attached it with a rusted paper clip. Little glassine bag with a floral fairy image and some trims at the bottom. And then the tag just has my favorite note stamp stamped on that. So that's just clipped on there. The other side of that vintage page. Little top tuck here with a peony image that I've printed on glossy photo paper, so it looks like a real Instax? No, Polaroid. And a little blue envelope here just with nothing in it. And then here I have a vintage letter. And it's from 1883. It's a French letter here. I think these are the last of my vintage letters, so I'll have to see if I can find more. In the pocket, I have just a little kind of full-page journaling spot there. And flipping it over, little photograph. That's a scan of an actual photo that I have, little tag, and then a postcard there. This peg, I've used a little bit of gold rub-and buff on the edge of the journaling card and backed it onto some craft paper there. And then I've just got this really beautiful journaling card that's from the Graphics Fairy. And just just a little tab here, some vintage ledger paper, another ruffle. This is just an envelope that's from Ruby and Pearl. I don't have anything in that. Another tag, and then just a larger journaling spot that I made. Here I have just a photo that's from Ruby and Pearl, her floral photos, and just a journaling spot there. The other side of that bag, and I've just got a little journaling card that I've made there. Really pretty button card, that is from Shabby Art Boutique. And then just a tag there. I've used my kind of my favorite lace trim. That's from Renee Bouquet on Etsy, so you can find that as well. Another top tuck spot here, a little button card, another journaling card that I've stamped, and then that's just a plain kind of greeny turquoise envelope. Another vintage ledger page here. Just a couple of stamped die cut images there that I've clipped on with a rusted bulb pin. And that tab is a die cut that I've embossed, and then I've used a little bit of gold rub and buff on that. There's lots of room for journaling in here. This became so large that it was hard to continue putting anything in it because it wouldn't have been usable in any way. So there is a lot of room for journaling, but I've also added lots of additions as well. So a little pocket here, little Made in France tag, another journaling card, and this pretty spot that has space on the back for journaling as well. I've left this back piece just plain. I liked the way it looked. I didn't want to add a pocket and take anything away from it, so I've left that as is. Here I've got another pocket with more pretty lace. This is just a little fussy cut fairy image, little envelope that I've added a journaling card to, and another pretty journaling card. This is from Amity Bloom. I think that's from her recent collection called Her Pink Bow. And then here I have just a tall, what do we call them? The tall covers. I can't remember what we call them, but anyway, that's what that is. I've just printed it onto some cardstock, and then I've just added some printable ledger paper inside for more journaling space. Here I have a bag that I've added a Sam Poole photo to. I've done a little bit of stamping at the bottom, and then just added that tag that I've added a fancy tab to, and then some printable paper just for some extra journaling space. And you can see I've just collaged the background pages on all of these signatures as well. Again, I've left this because I just thought it was so pretty, and it just went so well with this image of these fairies. I just thought it was nice just to have a little bit of blank space as well to enjoy kind of the background pages. A little tag that I've made in there. Another smaller tab here. Some vellum. I printed on vellum for that page. I've just done a ruffle here. This is some kind of gold colored sari silk, and then I've just added some spotted tulle on top when I did that ruffle. Tag here clipped on to this envelope. This is from Genevieve Designs. Here I have another printable photograph from Ruby and Pearl, and then this is just a long envelope that I've got clipped on here. Another tab here that I've just used a little bit of tissue paper that I've gathered. glass bag, and I've added that tag to that. Really pretty journaling card here that I've used as a pocket, and then I've just made this tag. It's just some pink paper that I have embossed and added a tag, tab, I keep calling them tags, tab to the top. When you flip it over, so that's the first 5 signatures, and that would normally be the 2 sides of a flip-flop journal. So on the back then, I've just got another flip, small pocket. I've added a bag here that I've added another fairy image to, with a little bit of trim at the bottom, and just another tag there. Flip it open, and I've got some inserts here, a little frame, the Tim Holtz frame that I've got some rub and buff on, and just a couple of different tags and journaling spots, and then I've just added a flower there. This is another vellum page that I printed on vellum. Just a pretty journaling card there. And here, another ruby and pearl printable photo, and just a turquoise tag that I've used my dated stamp on. In this pocket, I've used a vintage doily here, and this is an Amity Bloom card, and then I've just made that tag and added a little die cut and some trim to that. Here I've just added a little bit of paper for some extra journaling space, another journaling card, and then I've used my Tiffany stamp on that die cut. Here I've made a bag that I've just clipped on, and I've added just this large tag for more journaling space. This is some Marion Smith paper. For those of you who remember Marion Smith, this was from, I believe it's the Primrose collection. So I've added that. A little tab here. This is my favorite, I think, my very favorite Ruby and Pearl paper. This green with the really pretty floral. Another tag that I've made, and I've used throughout, when you see this is craft colored baking paper that I've used throughout for the pockets. Here I've added another fairy image to a die cut, another tag, and just a really pretty journaling card there. I think that journaling card was from Angela Kerr Design. She had some pretty floral journaling cards recently, and that's where that's from. Another ruffle here. I really like this ruffle. It's kind of a darker and a lighter turquoise with a little bit of purple in it, so I thought it went well with this. One of my very favorite images, The Language of Flowers, and in here I have added a little floral image that I have stamped there as well. And again, I've just left this because I really like the way that turned out, and I thought I needed to create a little bit of space in this journal. Here I have another pretty fairy image, a tag here that I've added. You can see I've added a die cut tab to the top, and then I added one of those petaloo flowers, and then another really pretty journaling card here. And that is from, I think it's Raindrop Lila. A little tab here, more ruffle, and center of the signature. Here I have this journaling card, and I can't remember where I got that from, but I thought it was pretty with the turquoise color. And then this is a Ruby and Pearl printable wallpaper, and then I've just backed it with some of that ledger paper that you saw earlier on. Top tuck here, I've made this journaling card with a bit of trim there, and then this journaling paper that I've added in. Here I have another of the journaling cards that I made with a little bit of trim here, and then I've just embossed it with a frame embossing folder. I have another fussy cut fairy here, and then just another pretty floral tag. And in this bag, I've added a little bit of a ruffle there, and I've just made this journaling card with my note to self stamp. Another ruffle, tab. Here I've just clipped on this pretty envelope. I believe this is from Amity Bloom, and there's nothing in it, but I love this image, and I've just stamped note to self. It's the same image that you saw a little bit earlier on that I used as a pocket as well. The other side of the bag, and I've just got another journaling card there. Here is another top tuck spot. In here I've got a few things. I've got this full-size image journaling spot, and that I believe is from Roxy's Creations. Another tag, and then here I have a vintage glassine envelope. This little dragonfly is just lightly glued on, and so Ashley can remove that and use it elsewhere if she would like to. I've just glued that lightly onto the very front, and then inside I've just got a few fussy cut flowers here that Ashley can use throughout the journal if she would like to, or they can be used as little journaling spots as well. But I just thought that was really pretty, that dragonfly, to add in. Here I have a pocket and another larger journaling spot, some vintage ledger paper here, another of the Marion Smith pages with a tab. And here I've just cut out, that is from Ruby and Pearl, I've just cut out a few flowers from one of the images. And then this is a Sam Poole Designs doily page, and I have just folded that up to use as a larger journaling spot there. Center the signature, I've made another journaling card, and there's another tag, and then here is another envelope that's from Amity Bloom as well. It's the same image that you saw a little bit earlier on in the journal as well. There's an envelope that I've made from just a little payroll envelope. I've stamped it, I've added a sheer pocket, and then in the pocket, well, I've added a ruffle and some trim, and then in the pocket I've got a larger tag that I've added a tab to, and then I've backed that fairy image onto a die cut there. Another tab there. And then in the back here, I have another baking paper pocket with more of that vintage doily and a little bit of trim there. Another tag that I've made, and then another tag here that I've got another of the Sam Poole Designs Polaroid photos that I've done a bit of stamping and added to some craft paper. So that is this absolutely huge double flip-flop journal that I have made for Ashley. So I hope you enjoyed that. I thought it was a bit different than the ones that I have already on my channel, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. So this is the last of these types of flip-flop journals that I'm doing right now. I'm moving on to fall. I have a great fall flip-flop journal coming up. You'll see that next week. And then I will be doing a few that I'm going to put into my Etsy shop. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you all soon.